After age 40, many women start to wonder when menopause will hit and how uncomfortable it will be. They wonder when they'll have hot flashes, if they will be irritable, and what other physical or emotional changes they may experience. Surprisingly, some women may not experience many symptoms. Some women transition from having a period to not having one with hardly any of the classic signs. On the other hand, some women will experience challenging changes in their body and outlook as they make the transition. Not knowing what to expect can be disconcerting, and in this video, we are going to cover some of the most common myths and misconceptions about menopause. Let's start by first explaining menopause. Menopause is the stopping point of your body's fertility. A woman is considered to be in menopause when she hasn't menstruated in 12 consecutive months and can no longer become pregnant naturally. This varies for every woman, but it usually begins between the ages of 45 and 55. It is not unusual or problematic if a woman experiences menopause before or after this age range. At this point, the ovaries are no longer producing. However, the process is not as simple as the clinical definition. It is not uncommon for a woman to experience menopause symptoms for up to a decade before menopause occurs. Additionally, 1 in 10 women experience menopausal symptoms for up to 12 years following their last period. Menopause is experienced in 3 phases. The months leading up to menopause is called perimenopause. During this time, you may experience symptoms such as fatigue, hot flashes or night sweats, irregular or infrequent periods, joint or muscle pain, mood swings, problems sleeping, tender breasts, thinning hair and/or dry skin, urinary leaking, weight gain and metabolism slow down. These symptoms typically subside during menopause. Finally, a woman is postmenopausal once all of the symptoms have abated and the chances of conceiving are done. Let's talk about some common menopause myths. Myth number 1. Perimenopause lasts about a year, so I should just put up with the symptoms. Some people believe that the transition to menopause, or perimenopause, lasts about a year. The fact is that perimenopause can last, on average, about 4 years before your final menstrual period. The phases of menopause become clouded or even overlap because studies have revealed that hot flashes, one of the more prominent symptoms of perimenopause, can last up to 14 years. This happens rarely, however, if you're suffering from any of the symptoms of perimenopause, you should talk with your doctor about ways to ease your condition. Myth number 2. Menopause is going to be awful. In much the same way that menstrual symptoms vary from woman to woman, perimenopausal symptoms will vary in degrees from one woman to the next. Some women have menopause symptoms that may crop up suddenly and be harsh. Others will experience a gradual onset or very few symptoms. Myth number 3. If my periods are erratic, I can't get pregnant. During perimenopause, your menstrual periods may be less regular for months or they may cut off altogether. They may even start and stop erratically. Many hold the misconception that they can't get pregnant during the transition to menopause. Despite a decline in fertility during the perimenopause stage, you can still become pregnant. If you do not want to become pregnant, you should use some form of birth control until you reach menopause. Myth number 4. My sex life will disappear. Just because your baby-producing years are over, this doesn't mean the end of your sex life. As women age, it is possible to experience vaginal dryness, which makes intercourse painful. Others don't have this at all. Some women's interest in sex may decline, while others have the best sex of their lives. It's important to know that there are treatment options if you have desire for sex but are experiencing vaginal dryness. There are also options if you lack desire. Your doctor can develop a treatment plan so your life isn't disrupted. Myth number 5. My body will stop producing hormones during menopause. Your body's ability to maintain levels of estrogen and progesterone will decline as you age. However, your body will produce hormones during the entire course of your life. Myth number 6. Hormone replacement therapy is dangerous. At one time, hormone replacement therapy was routinely used to treat menopausal symptoms and protect long-term health. Then large clinical trials showed health risks. Hormone therapy has also been proved to prevent bone loss and reduce fracture in postmenopausal women. For the best results, hormone therapy should be tailored to each person and reevaluated often, to be sure that the benefits outweigh the risks. Myth number 7. I should be afraid of menopause. Don't overly focus on the discomforting things you hear about menopause. Every woman goes through a different experience. Menopause is one of life's benchmarks, like getting your first period or having a baby. Some women experience no discomfort during menopause at all. It's often a time when children have left the nest and retirement is imminent. So, for many women, menopause marks a new era of freedom in their life. It can be a time for reflection and growth. A good time to travel or take on new goals. We have enjoyed bringing you another video, and thank you for watching this to the end. The tips and suggestions mentioned in this video are for general information purposes only, and should not be construed as professional medical advice. You may be wondering if you should see a doctor about your menopausal symptoms. It's important to consult with your physician to ensure that you have a clear understanding of your personal situation from a medical or mental health standpoint. If there is a health or wellness subject you would like to know more about, leave us a comment and we'll be happy to put together a video.